This client had 92 items on their credit report that is hurting their credit score, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to go from 92 to 0 without waiting 7 years so you too can knock the credit bureaus out. So as you can see, right, the starting score. So we started back in January, and you can see the score was 601 for Equifax. Experian had 581, and then TransUnion had a 606, right? These were the starting scores, and we got 3 things removed. This is February. 85 ongoing, 9 undisputed because 9 was just added to this person. So 9 items were added to this client's report. And as you can see, the progression, right? So we got some results, 3 things removed, credit score improved, a little bit of drop, but that's okay. That's part of the process. Your credit score will go up and down and fluctuate. Most importantly, like if you use your credit cards and things like that, it's going to fluctuate up and down as well. And as you're removing things off your report, your credit score is going to fluctuate until you get everything 100% off and you have everything at 0% utilization. And then your credit score will be at that specific point. And then from there, like your credit score will continue to improve as you age those accounts on your report. So the longer you have on your report without adding nothing new, you're going to see your credit score progress, right? So this is just from first round, right, to second round. And then the first letter we used, right, was this specific letter that I always talk about, which is the secret letter. All right, we did a secret letter, and then we did a personal information. Now, for when I dispute personal information, it's a little bit different from when you dispute personal information, because you can do a lot more to get things removed off your report. You can call in, you can do certain things, you can dispute online, things like that. You have access to more resources or more ways to get personal information removed off your report. So when it comes to removing your personal information, you can go to Experian online, you can go to Equifax, you can go to TransUnion, sign up for their free websites, right? And remove their personal information. And it takes about 24 to 48 hours and sometimes even quicker. And you can call in to also remove your personal information. Now, when it comes to disputing accounts, the things you want to leverage is, now we use a free secret letter. If you go to freesecretletter.com, you can get access to this free secret letter, right? Now, disclaimer, you have to input your personal information and I'm gonna send it to your email. So make sure you check your inbox or check your spam, all right? And make sure you input the right email address for me to send it to you. Now, on the thank you page, I'm gonna tell you about a chapter that's in our book, and I'm gonna give it to you in an attachment as well. And I also have, hey, do you want to sign up for our coaching, right? Where we educate you. Now, we'll educate you, and if you have any questions, things like that. But get back to this. This is the letter that we use, right? And you add. Now, I'm trying different things when it comes to letters, so I can provide you guys with the information to leverage different tactics to help you get the accounts removed from your report without waiting 7 years. So this is the letter that we use. And remember, add 2 forms of identification and send it certified, right? So from there, you're gonna get your results back. And the results we got back, right? And how we leverage, because I know there are new people, the reason why we use 15 USC 1681 EB, right, is based off of maximum possible accuracy, right? So when you look at your report, you want to ensure that, hey, this account that you're talking about is assuring maximum possible accuracy. And that's the reason why you can dispute it. That's the reason why you can remove it. Yes, you might owe the money. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the accuracy of the report. So if the accuracy of the report is like not accurate, you can leverage that. All right. So once you do that, you'll look at all your accounts. You can go to, I have the link if you want to get a report that looks like this. I have the link in the description, link to the comments. Once you do that, you want to like look at your report and then pinpoint, all right, hey, I'm gonna put the account name and account number. I'm gonna do everything I need to do. All right, when it comes to put in the account information on this report, and you want to list all your negative items on one letter, all right? So all the negative items on Experian, all your negative items on TransUnion, all your negative items on Equifax, you're going to send 3 separate letters, okay? 3 separate letters. Break it down. Every last negative item. It doesn't make sense to add 1 or 2 at a time. All of them at one time, all right? And then send it off. Now, if you might need one of these right here, all right? You might have to send in them. Like if you have a lot of accounts, you might need one of these, all right? Or your envelope's gonna be really thick, okay? So send it in certified, and then just wait 35 days. 30 days for them to complete the investigation, 5 days for them to mail it back to you. Now, it might be done quicker than that, but that's the allotted time that they have. The results of the second round. So we sent in another letter that I'm gonna go over And these are the results. All right, we got 5 more items removed, 89 ongoing, 3 undisputed because of things that were added to this person's report. So as you can see, 589, 3 credit score went up 30 points, another 21 points, and dropped 2 points, right? Like I said before, your credit score will fluctuate. As you can see, improvement, right? We got up from the 5s to the 6. Now the goal is to continue improving, getting a little bit higher, continue getting it. And I'm gonna continue showing you the progression of this client's report so you can see the letters I'm using, see what I'm doing, leverage the different tactics, and go over the different things that I'm helping this specific client doing. So, hey, I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. It's just a journey of disputing, paying down debt, disputing, paying down debt, disputing and paying down debt, all right? And here's the overview of what I was talking about. So as you can see, clients' credit scores, 88, 77 positive, and it's not like all 88 is negative. It's like personal information, inquiries, and the negative accounts as well. So we're disputing everything on this person's report. And like I said, it's gonna take time to get to where we need to be. And as you can see, there's 92 remaining items, or since 12, like all together 12 items. So that's why it was 92. We started off with 88, 12 things got added. So we're at 92, and I'm gonna walk you through the process of going from 92 to 0, right? Of how I'm gonna help this client improve their credit. So this is the second round that I used. Now, this was a little bit different when it comes to letters, all right? Because I wanted to leverage the Metro 2 compliance with the laws. And I also have another format of the letters I'm going to use to help this specific client, help this person as well, because Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, they always updating their system. They're always updating their AI stuff and things like that, or eOscar. So what I want to do is continue using different ways, different things, different displays, different ways to pinpoint the inaccuracies, pinpoint the violation, pinpoint what they got going on with their own system based off of the compliance on the report and things like that. I'm basically gonna call it out and show you. Now, my third round letter is gonna be a little bit more aggressive, right? Because of, hey, now we have multiple violations. Now we have certain things going on. Going to be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit adding the Metro 2 so we can get more deletions in the next round, right? All right, hopefully I get another between, like my goal is to get another 5 to 10 or if more deletions in the next round. And then as you can see, the progression of the client's credit score go up. And as they pay down their debt, it's going to be amazing. All right, just excited to show you guys what's going on so you too can knock the credit bureaus out. I want to share something with you really quick. All right, now some people going to click off because they don't want to hear the truth, but the truth shall set you free. All right. Now, credit, right? Credit is credibility, and credit is nothing but a direct reflection of how we manage our money. And the best way to learn how to manage your money is in the Bible, right? Not what I said, what God said, right? So it's in the Bible, and there are some principles that I want to share with you, okay? Now, this is off the top of the dome, so just, bear with me for a second. So if we want to become, better stewards of our money, if we want to do certain things, we want to learn that from the Bible. And one of the best persons to learn that from is King Solomon. King Solomon, right? You already know King Solomon was the wisest man and one of the richest men that ever lived on earth. So some of the principles we can learn from him of basically how he stewarded his money and how he was so wise and things like that. So one of the things is, of course, wisdom. But remember what God said, hey, seek first the kingdom of God and all things will be added to you, right? So the wisdom, you need to be reading the word. And what the word is basically saying, hey, we're learning more about, of course, Jesus, the principles, everything is there that we need. So if we want to become better stewards of our money, continue learning, getting wise, but of course we have to implement, right? And one of the things you want to implement, of course, is paying down your debt. The reason why you want to pay down your debt, and I'm not just preaching to you, like, of course, I'm working with this because nobody wants to pay student loans back. Nobody wants to pay nothing back. But in the Bible, it says, hey, a wicked person doesn't pay back their money. And I ain't wicked, all right? So taking care of student loan debt, taking care, of course, car loan payments, right? So you want to continue paying down your debt. You want to, you want to become free of free of this debt, because in the Bible it says, hey, we are a slave to the lender. And I know some of you all, some days you don't feel like going to work, right? But the reason why you're going to work is because, hey, you have to take care of bills, you have to take care of things and things like that. And it's draining you some days. You just don't like, I just want to call in and things like that. I was in the military, so I couldn't really call in. But there were some days like, hey, I didn't really want to go to work. So what you need to do, of course, is pay down, take care of your debt so you can be financially free from the bondage of paying people back and things like that. And God don't want us to be owing money to people. It's in the Bible. All right. So pay down your debt. Of course, one of the things you want to do is have a plan for your money. Have a plan for your money. All right. I ain't saying have a budget, but a budget is nothing but having a plan. And most importantly, not only planning for your money, but planning for, savings for later on in the future. It's in the Bible as well. And I'm gonna have the direct scriptures because I'm gonna know this off the top of my dome. I'm gonna know so we can, have this conversation so you can have better money management principle. We can be better stewards of our money. All right. So see you in the next video.